In this first clip, you will learn about objects, what objects are, and about the object data type. And finally, why objects and object-oriented programming are important for today's business software. In a later clip, you will learn how to create objects from class definitions, how to copy and destroy objects, why objects are so great for so many things, and lastly, how to destroy an object. Then you will learn about object properties, how to retrieve, change, create, and delete them. Following that, I have a clip on learning about object methods, how to call them, what some of the standard methods are, and how to use a value returned by a method. And a final clip where I will demonstrate a use case for class constants, how to reference them, and along the way you will learn a few best practices related to objects. In this clip, I will define an object, what an object data type is, and why objects and object-oriented programming is so important for today's complex software solutions. What is an object? Well, an object is a container of information. Like a PHP array, objects can have values stored as a property, and a property constitutes a name and value pairing. An object property name is analogous to an array key, and the assigned property value analogous to an array element. The biggest feature, and one which played a substantial part in the transition to object-oriented programming, is the ability, in addition to properties, to store functions or code within the object itself, and use or reuse those functions as many times as needed. The object is the ultimate in code encapsulation and reuse in object-oriented programming, as the name implies. In PHP, the object itself is the object data type. PHP type juggles an object as the object data type at instantiation. Instantiation is the term used to define object creation, and an object is frequently referred to as an instance or an instance derived from a particular class. Like an array, an object is a compound data type due to the encapsulation of properties in code. Why use an object? To answer, an object is a collection of common and similar data values. Objects should contain data and code that has something in common, like an object instance of an HTML form with data and code that supports form creation, and should not include code for something like sending email. Objects are used all the time to represent a business model or asset. For example, a business will have employees. Information about a specific employee is best stored in an object, information like first name, last name, and perhaps gender. An object is a perfect data structure to encapsulate and retrieve information about an employee. Objects are the ultimate containers for reusable code. Objects, or object-oriented programming in general, help to simplify management of complex business software. And finally, object-oriented programming is easier and faster to scale and can simplify automated testing. Let's summarize. In this clip, we learned about objects in the context of object-oriented programming. We learned about the object data type and discussed reasons why objects and object-oriented programming are so important for today's highly complex software solutions.